Good morning and welcome to T-Shirt Wednesdays number 19. We're continuing with the breakfast format because I liked your comment about how we had breakfast last week, and it was a great way to just have that chit chat in the morning before everybody gets up and just discuss a bit of artwork and what we're eating. Like I had the life cereal, and then you had your breakfast, and just neat to spend that time. So no life cereal today, but I've got chips, salt and vinegar chips. Wakes you up in the morning. Your breakfast looks good. Okay, so the quick recap of last week's sketch. So there was the spaceship, and I got a comment on the blog saying that that shape looks familiar, and I was thinking, well, yeah, like we're all grabbing from the same universe, same of ideas, right? So the ship's shape is bound to show up. And then he had a link to an image that it said not safe for work, and I just thought, an image that's not safe for work that has similar shape to this, and I just thought, oh, interesting. So I clicked on the link, and it was a black and white photo of a woman bending over in short shorts at a dishwasher, I think it was. And so if you look at my image, and my spaceship is her denim shorts, and then these are like her thighs, and she's bending over away from us. Yeah, it made me chuckle. That's not the spaceship I was thinking about, but I may have to make an iteration along those lines too. It's cool for the direction that I could go on that. So, okay, on to today's drawing. Yeah, spaceship butt. Okay, this was the sketch that started off, and it was kind of like a icon representation of a top view of a person giving a hug, and then sort of shaded, and it started to look a bit elliptical, and then I looked at that and I just said, you know what that is? That's an olive. So an olive became the image for today, and it was kind of interesting how the word live or live is actually in the word olive. So I just thought, oh, live, this is very cool. So I did the same thing with the Sharpie fine point directly onto the textured paper. To an olive, there's another olive, and then I thought, oh yeah, this is cool because it's got the live in there and live, and went to scan it, and it came up this way on my computer, so I had put it in upside down. But I looked at that and I just thought, wow, that's actually a cool word. It's like Eaito, it looked like. Yaito. So I typed that into Google, see if that would come up. And it said, did you mean Yaito, Iaito? And I thought, wow, what does a Yaito mean? And Yaito actually means, it's a practice blade for Yaido, which is the art of swordsmanship. And I thought, it's a practice metal blade that's blunt. I thought, wow, this is amazing, because I took Yaido. I never used the Yaito, but I used the wooden sword. And then in Kendo, we'd use bamboo swords. So I just thought, wow, all from an olive. And I didn't have it in my head, I'm going to draw an olive for this week's t-shirt. But I just thought, wow, that's really neat how the chain of events, just letting creativity happen, actually led me to a connection with the swordsmanship stuff. So after I got the Yaito word going, I just thought, okay, let's play around with ideas for that in the sketchbook. So kind of Yaito with an olive there, and then it's like, oh, this is more like getting a bit techy, right? Just so it's getting into like a techy little sketch there. And so I started playing around with it right on the paper, and like, oh yeah, it's kind of getting there. I had this pull to want to get into Adobe Illustrator, right? Because I wanted to iterate faster, but there was a push and pull of me wanting to stay traditional as well as jump on technology. So I was fighting that back and forth. I did get out the light table before, so I wanted to stay traditional, so I was trying to do different letter shapes and stuff. It's funny how EA kind of came out of that. It's like, career is within me. It's EA, Electronic Arts, is coming out. what I ended up doing for the final version of that logo was got out my non-repro blue pencil that a lot of animators use, and got out my scale. I think it's called a scale for drafting. This is back from high school, so this is an old ruler, old scale. I mean, old scale, old school. Okay, excuse me, burp. So this is the logo that was coming out. I thought, Yaito. And I decided to add a little exclamation there after the E, just to add to the design. Then it became Yaito, and I actually typed that into Google as well, and then 2 videos came up for a Japanese song called Yaito. I don't know what that word means, but it was interesting just to see that came up, but just only 2 links to that. Then I was playing around with the iconizing of the olive itself. Sort of like a battery there and medical thing, but this is kind of what I ended up going to, kind of like that. So I did the final version on that sheet, and then it's like, oh, this is cool. And I was having this push and pull of whether I should jump into Illustrator now, and I thought, oh no, maybe I can just do acrylic paint on here and just paint it. But then I was getting a bit of resistance because it's like, wow, but I'm tired, and how long is that going to take, and is it going to work out, and what time are you going to get to bed, la 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 la. So I scanned this, jumped on Adobe Illustrator, and this is the image that I ended up with. So I combined the layers of color with the traditional lines of the Sharpie. So still maintain that traditional look to it, which I was really happy about. But the whole Yaito word, it's like the Yaito's just there, and if somebody sees that on a t-shirt that you're wearing, it's just like, wow, what's Yaito, and why is there an olive there? You and I know the secret code, right? Yeah. We know the origins of that Yaito word, but it takes you on a journey through swordsmanship and Japanese culture or something like that. So hope you enjoyed today's t-shirt. Thanks again for chatting, and yeah, even if we have to whisper and stuff like that because it's early in the morning, we don't want to wake up everybody. It's awesome to get together and have this time before the busyness starts of the day. So hope your week has been going awesome already. Hope this added some inspiration and joy to it, and that's what it's all about. Go towards the tools that keep bringing the joy out. So that's why I jumped on Illustrator eventually, and just flow with it. Make your day flow like that as well. Just keep flowing with the tools. Anyways, you understand what I mean. Okay. Time to get to work. Okay. Thank you as always for tuning in and your support. Joy, light, and love. See you next week. Namaste.